everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about the new MaXXXine movie. Now this movie is definitely one of the more anticipated movies of the year, and a lot of people were excited for this, and it is the conclusion to the X trilogy, which has been an amazing surprise within the last couple of years. I personally am a bigger fan of X over Pearl, but both are great movies. So I definitely was excited to see MaXXXine. Now, MaXXXine takes place after the events of X. So now, with that being said, I want to go kind of right into my first positives for this movie, which are they utilize the Night Stalker case very well in this movie. Now, when I heard that they were using the Night Stalker in this movie, I was nervous that they would cross the line or overplay it because this was a real event, but I feel like they kept the sphere of the Night Stalker back then in the movie with tension, but without crossing the line. I really like that they did that without crossing that boundary, and that was one of the very first things I was nervous about. And I'm really glad they didn't use the Night Stalker in any of the actual things involving MaXXXine, because that would have been terrible if they did that. So I'm really glad they did not do that. I also enjoyed how this was filmed. I like how it was shot kind of like the 90s. And I definitely appreciated how they used the 80s in this movie. I like that you get a lot of 80s flashbacks, a lot of 80s horror, a lot of horror past elements. I like that they used actual gore, what looked like in 80s movies, which I didn't see a lot of people talking about. But when I watched the movie, the first thing I kind of noticed is when they used gore, it's kind of like gores you'd see in the 80s movies. And I really like that they did that whenever they took on an 80s vibe. They actually kind of utilized what it would be like in the 80s. I really did like that fact that they did that. I also like the character of MaXXXine in this. I could see a lot of people criticizing this movie, especially after how Pearl was a deep study of a character. I could definitely see people having a problem with how you don't really learn enough about MaXXXine or really anything at all new about her. And personally, that really didn't bother me or affect me, but I could definitely see that criticism coming to that movie. But I definitely enjoyed the character of MaXXXine. I definitely enjoyed the less style of how they shot it. Now, I like a lot of kind of style films where it's really stylish. I really do like that. Suspiria is one of my favorite movies of all time, the original Suspiria. And I really liked how they shot that and kind of used that style in this movie. Now, I know there's some people who, again, aren't a really big fan of that style, who I could see not liking this movie or that being a real big negative for them. But for me, I do enjoy that. I'm not love that kind of style, but I do enjoy that kind of styles if it's kind of done right in movies, which I feel like it's done and utilized really well in here. But that definitely could be a negative for some other people. I also like the side characters in this. I liked how they used actors, and I feel like they utilized them very well in this movie. I really like the side characters as well, especially the best friend of the horror trope character. I'm going to use the character from one of the Scream movies where they were all talking all about the horror rules and kind of more over the top horror. And he's a more chill, which I feel like is more representative of a horror watcher or horror enjoyer in movies. So definitely enjoyed that character. And I feel like everyone really in this movie was kind of well acted. I really did enjoy the presence kind of everyone. But I definitely could see some criticism against certain scenes in this movie. And I do enjoy this. I really did like this movie. I want to say that a lot. But I definitely do see people could have problems with it. I really do enjoyed some of these scenes. One especially of whenever MaXXXine just had enough of the guy following her and she just gets her car keys out and just beats him up. I really do like that scene a lot. And I really do like the kind of scene you get where she's auditioning. I really do like that. And like I said, Mia Goth has done really amazing in all three of these movies. She's done great. But with all of that being said, I do have a mix with this movie, and something that really disappointed me going into this movie and is a mix for me is the kills. Now, the kills are good in this movie. They're fine. I like them. But I was a little disappointed by them. Not only for the there's not a lot of kills, but it's just, there's not that many. There's like one kill that I thought was kind of cool, which is when MaXXXine was coming kind of down, like reading the script, and it was kind of happening to her best friend who got kind of killed that way. I feel like that was a pretty cool kill, that I really did like that one. That's like the only real kill that honestly kind of got me a little bit, or I thought was cool. Another mix for me really is the ending. I enjoyed the ending, but I feel like it was a lot. And I feel like it was done a little over the top. I enjoyed the ending enough, but it was kind of a little letdown for me at the end of it being the father. And now I completely forgot the ending of X. So I honestly forgot about her father and the ending of that movie. But that definitely shocked me a little bit more after getting out of the theater, because I couldn't remember the ending of X. And I feel like, again, that did connect well with, and I feel like that rounded well with X, with the ending. But it didn't hit 100% for me, or not land 100% for me, I should say. But the ending was fine. I liked how they concluded it. It was a good, they did a good conclusion. I don't know if they're going to do another one. They kind of left it to open interpretation, or just leaving it there. But the ending was fine. But now we're going right into my negatives. And one thing I do want to say is, this goes kind of back to the kills a little bit here. I really don't like how you never saw the kill of the other girl, the other lead actress. I can't remember her name on the top of my head, but that character, you just see her head fall down. And I really do wish that we got to see her kill, because I don't think we saw enough kills in this movie. Hitting me here. So I also want to add that I am disappointed about the fact that we also didn't see the kill of like the female detective with the cross in her eye. I really wish we saw like part of that, or any scene of that, but we just didn't. So it's also kind of disappointing when it comes to kill count, to be completely honest with you. But that's really only like negatives I have for it. I was definitely surprised at what it was. I didn't really watch a lot of trailers or anything. I just do very little going into it, which is really the way to go with a lot of horror movies. But this definitely did, like I said. I think this ended the trilogy kind of well for me. I definitely enjoyed this trilogy. And I see how some people could say this is the weakest of the 3 movies. Personally, I don't think it's the weakest, but that just goes back to my preference of movies. It's still a really good movie, in my opinion. But yes, I do like this one a lot. Now, I hope you guys like this review. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think of MaXXXine if you've seen it. And what did you guys like about it? What did you not like about it? And I will see you guys soon with another video.